What's going on, guys? Welcome to Moulton's Mind and Body. I am your host, Jeff Moulton. I have a few things we are going to be talking about today. The first one of the three is going to be fad diets. We're going to be talking about fad diets, why they basically just destroy you, and one of the worst things you can do when it comes to trying to lose weight. We're going to be talking about not eating enough to lose weight, and also how to build muscle, and basically why a lot of people are doing it wrong and making the mistakes outside of the gym, which are causing a lot of problems for them. So to jump right into this, we are going to talk about fad diets. Now, this literally is something for me that drives me through the roof. I don't know how many people that I have this conversation with crash dieting, with the ketogenic diet, with paleo diet, with low carb diets, and just there's so many different things that literally I just can't stand about all these diets, because the end goal for all these diets is to drop a ton of weight in a short period of time. Now, that as an idea and a concept is just insane, okay? It's a marketing scam. It's a way to make money. It logically isn't healthy. It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't maintain long-term weight loss, okay? So just a few different diets in general. So if you were talking about, let's talk about like juice cleanses, okay? Juice cleanses, are one of these things that a lot of people talk about doing. They want to cleanse and cleanse, you out and start kind of a weight loss thing, at the same time. So the idea, these people go and they basically just drink juices, mixed juice blends, and some of them are high in vitamins and nutrients, but realistically what they're doing is just eating pure sugar, some fiber, and just carbohydrates. And they go into a massive caloric deficit. What a caloric deficit is you're basically, eating a minimum amount of calories, and it's less calories than you're actually burning. So for example, to put this into perspective, if you're on a 2,500 calorie diet, right, and you eat 2,000 calories, you're in a 500 caloric deficit. You're burning 500 calories more than you're actually eating, okay? So as you take away calories, you're going to lose weight theoretically. If you add calories in, you're going to gain weight theoretically, okay? Now, with these fad diets, what they do, the problem is with the diets is most people aren't regulating their calorie intake or doing anything along those lines, right? So they're not tracking their food. They don't know how much they're eating. And again, let's say you're eating 2,500 calories on a daily basis and you go into a juice cleanse. These juice cleanse diets, nonetheless not eating a well-rounded diet, what you're doing is you're basically only consuming juice. So let's say you drink 1,000 calories in juice a day. Well, yeah, you're now have 1,500 calories less than you're doing. If you were maintaining your body weight at 2,500 calories, now you're going to lose weight, obviously, because you got 1,500 calories less per day. Now, the other thing with that kind of calorie intake, that's extreme. You shouldn't be cutting that many calories. If you're maintaining your your weight at 2,500 calories, you want to start with like 300 to 500 calories. You want to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. These diets are crashing people, specifically juice diets, and other ones we'll go into. And what it does is it really just destroys your metabolism over a length of time. Now, a week of it isn't going to destroy it, but what you're going to do is by cutting all those calories out, you're going to be cutting a lot of carbohydrates out of your diet. And what happens a lot of the time, you are getting some juice, but you're going to lose a lot of water weight within that first week, and you're going to be in a massive caloric deficit. So you're going to lose a little weight, but a lot of water weight along with that. And basically what happens is now you lose the water weight, your carbohydrates or water stored in the muscle as glycogen. So to make this a little simpler, if you're not familiar with this, is when you eat carbohydrates, there's only 2 places you can store them. So you store them in the muscle and you store them in the liver. And you, depending on the person, it's 250 to 300 something grams of glycogen. After that, depending how many calories you're eating, you could store them as body fat if you're eating a surplus of calories. So what happens is you take away a lot of your calories, including a lot of your carbohydrates, and you lose water weight, because when you lose glycogen, sugar in the muscle, you're going to lose water, because that's where water is also stored. So, now you're crash dieting, you're losing weight, which is a lot of water weight. You give a misconception that you're actually losing weight, maybe a pound or two if you're lucky of body fat. And then when you actually eat food again at the end of that week, you're actually going to gain the weight back if it's water weight, which usually it's 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds of water weight. So it's really a waste. You're not cleansing the body out. The body is a very, very smart thing. It knows how to clean itself out. If you ate good, nutrient-dense, whole foods, if you can organic, and just not eating a bunch of processed crap, honestly, you will, keep a well-balanced diet and also stay cleansed, if you want to use those terms, okay? So first of all, the juice diet, complete fad, waste of time. It's a short-term fix. It's a marketing scam, and it'll absolutely waste your time and is not going to benefit you in any way, is specifically what they're saying, okay? So again, juice diet is absolutely crazy. Now, the other big diet that is driving me crazy, is the ketogenic diet. Now, I'm not saying the ketogenic diet is a bad thing, okay? It has its purposes, but it's getting turned into this mainstream marketing bullshit where people think that just because you go ketogenic diet, you're going to lose a ton of weight, and people are using it as a weight loss tool, and it's not meant for that. And that's not what the point of a ketogenic diet is. If you have a microbiome gut issue, if you have a gastrointestinal issue, a massive inflammation or inflammatory disease, or if you go to a doctor, get a bunch of tests done, and have some type of reason to go on the diet, okay, I understand, right? I understand it in some athletic performances. As an endurance athlete, there are points where you could do that and see some benefit. So I'm not disregarding it as a diet as a whole. I'm talking about as the general population, the fact that the ketogenic diet is probably one of the most sustainable diets on the market, but yet get marketed towards the general population, and how it fixes all these things. And it just goes into how carbohydrates are absolutely the devil, and we shouldn't be eating carbohydrates, and they're the reason of diabetes and all these things going on. Now, carbs aren't bad, okay? That's the first thing. So ketogenic diet, you're cutting all carbohydrates out except for 20 to 30 grams of vegetables if you're lucky. You're on a moderate to low protein diet, and 80% of your diet is coming from fats. If you break that up into what you're actually supposed to be eating, it's absolutely absurd how much fat you would need to eat in a diet and how unsustainable it actually is. Nonetheless, that you need fats, carbs, and proteins. You can get away without them. So you could cut carbs out of your diet and get away with it. That doesn't mean it's optimal. And the fact that everyone has they say they have these huge energy bursts and all these things. First of all, most of these people that go into a ketogenic diet usually aren't very healthy people in the first place. That's the majority of the people that do this. There are people that are, but the mass population that start ketogenic diets as a weight loss tool is crazy, okay? You're basically cutting all carbohydrates out, which is your primary energy source. So you cut all your carbohydrates out, which is cutting a massive amount of calories out, which is causing you to lose weight. That is why you lose weight. You're not losing weight because of ketogenic diet. The fact that the whole point of it, okay, if you're not familiar with it, the ketogenic diet is, like I said, a mostly fat-based, 80% fat diet, 10 to 15% from protein, usually 15, and then about 5% from carbohydrates. So the whole point of the diet is you're eating a massive amount of fat-based diet, basically no carbohydrates, and you start to burn primarily at fat as your fuel. So over a period of time of weeks, your body will transition, instead of burning carbohydrates, to burning only fat. Now, just because your body is burning fat, that doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. Your body, the best way to explain it is your body regulates weight loss by how many calories you burn off a daily basis. So if you need 2,500 calories to maintain your body weight, all you need to do is take away, again, 200, 300 to 500 and start a 1 to 2 pound weight loss. If you're eating 2,500 calories with carbs, fat, and protein, you will maintain your body weight. If you eat 2,500 calories of a ketogenic diet, which is basically fat, some protein, and vegetables, you will maintain your body weight, okay? So if you go to 2,000, whether it's carbs, fat, and protein, or just a pure ketogenic diet, you will maintain the same type of weight loss. It doesn't matter the type of what you're burning, whether it's fat or a carbohydrate mix. The point is when you go onto this high ketogenic diet, most people lose weight because of a similar thing I talked about, the juice cleanse, but it's actually even more extreme. You are eating no carbohydrates. So all that sugar that's stored as glycogen in the muscle that's retained with water, you're cutting all the glycogen out. You're not eating much as carbohydrates, so you have a drastic weight loss of 3 to 5 pounds, even more sometimes. So if you're losing that much weight in a week or two of water weight, you're gonna make the assumption you're losing body fat. The other thing that with the ketogenic diet that drives me crazy is they lose weight, so all these people get prescribed to go on this diet. You're cutting out all your carbs. Carbs are calories. Every gram of carb is 4 calories, okay? So if you're eating 200 grams of carbs a day and you cut out all your carbohydrates, you're cutting out 800 calories, okay? 800 calories is the reason you're losing weight. You're going into a deficit of 800 calories, and probably you're going into a massive deficit, okay? There's something called basal metabolic rate. The basal metabolic rate is how many calories you're actually burning on a daily basis. That is sleeping, okay? If you slept all day, that's how many calories you would burn on a daily basis. So, for example, I'm about 1,850 calories to 1,900 calories. If I had slept all day, that's how many calories my body would burn because of the amount of lean muscle mass I have and my metabolic rate from training and eating what I eat, okay? And the fact that you need that much to function optimally, that means I have to eat a good amount more than that to keep up with my activity level. All right? So when you go to a ketogenic diet and you're cutting a lot of your calories out, which the majority of people do, and in these fad diets in total, whether it's juice diet, the whatever diet, the paleo diet, doesn't matter. Diets are short term. When you're cutting that many calories out, you're going into a massive caloric deficit, which is going to force you to lose weight rapidly. If you're going under that basal metabolic number, which a lot of people are, because they take away all their carbs, they don't add up fats and proteins to get to the calorie mark that they should be for a healthy diet. So they lose the weight, they lose a ton of water weight, they're in a massive caloric deficit, and then they start to stop losing weight, okay? So they stop to lose weight. So this is where we're going to transition a little here. So we got the ketogenic diet. I'm using that as an example. The juice diet, using an example. And you can use any fad diet. Anything that says short-term, 21 days, 7-day this, 30, that 30 diet. I can't think of what it's called right now. Whole 30. All these diets that put you on a restricted caloric intake with only eating specific foods is a weight loss tool that is completely ridiculous, and it's a marketing money scam, okay? So what I want to transition to is when you go into this massive caloric deficit, your metabolic rate will slow down. If I'm eating 1,800 if I'm eating under 1,800 calories for a significant period of time, my metabolism will readjust, okay? If I'm at an 1,800 basal metabolic rate and I'm eating 1,400 calories to lose weight, my metabolism will slow down and my body will stop burning fat and stop losing weight. The reason being is you're not even consuming enough calories to function optimally, and your body is going into starvation mode, okay? If you're in starvation mode, your body literally thinks it's dying and it's not getting enough food to survive, so it's gonna slow itself down and stop burning how much calories it's actually getting. That is the worst thing you can do when it comes to losing weight. You need your metabolic rate as high as physically possible. There's 2 ways to do that. You can eat more food, and I don't mean eat 10,000 calories. I mean, if you're eating 2,000 calories a day, slowly but surely over the weeks, add 100 to 200 calories and slowly go up, okay? By doing it slow, it will give you time for your metabolic rate or your metabolism to adjust to it. And then when you eat more food, your metabolism burns a little bit faster, okay? The other thing is building muscle. When you build muscle, on average, for every pound of muscle you put on, you'll burn 30 to 50 extra calories a day. The reason that is, if you just squeeze your hands, squeeze your forearm, right? You can feel the muscle contract. When muscles contract, it takes calories to do that. That your body is working. You're squeezing your arms, you're squeezing your legs, you're walking. The muscle contractions burn calories. So that's why movement burns a lot of calories. The more muscle you have burns a lot of calories, okay? So when you have more muscle, you have a faster metabolism, so you'll be able to stay leaner by eating more food, and it's easier to lose weight, okay? People that don't work out and don't have a fast metabolism and don't have any muscle mass, it's gonna be a struggle to lose weight compared to someone that has muscle mass. So that it makes it even more of a priority to get in the gym, to strength train, to build muscle, and to get your nutrition on point, because you'll get stronger, you'll build muscle, you'll have better bone density, your metabolism will speed up, and it'll overall just quality of life will improve, and you'll feel better. Okay, and then you can eat a little bit more, you can regulate your diet better, and you have a bigger variety of food, and if you need to lose weight, it is that much easier, okay? So going in that, the whole point is you're not eating enough to lose weight at this point. You crash dieted yourself, or if just someone has been dieting on their own for way too long. If you're dieting for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're eating minimal to no calories, when I say minimal, I'm talking 1,000 to 1,500 calories. For the average person, that's really low, especially if you're active, especially if you're strength training in the gym. And at that point, you're going way under your basal metabolic rate. Again, let's use the example, 1,800 calories. If I'm eating 1,500, I'm not getting enough calories to sustain metabolic function, metabolism in my body now. Now at that point, I'm going to strength train. I'm going to try to, with weights, burn more calories, which is going to put me even lower. And this is spinning the circle. Most people I see in the gym, because this is the thing, when people go to the gym, they're motivated to do something, right? They want to lose weight. They want to do something. 9 times out of 10, they want to lose weight. They're either running on a treadmill or going there, working really hard. They go home, they eat some protein, they keep their carbs very low, and they don't eat a lot. That's the problem, okay? You need to eat enough to lose weight. You need to eat enough calories that you're only cutting a little bit out at a time. And again, we're eating 2,500 calories a day, and you're maintaining a 200-pound person. Let's go back to 2,300 or 2,200. Let's cut a few hundred calories out, and let's focus on building some muscle. If we can build muscle, male, female, whoever it is, that will allow you to speed up the metabolism, get stronger, burn more calories in an efficient way. Building muscle, getting stronger is very efficient. If you just are on a treadmill and you're just running, you're not building muscle. You're burning calories, right? So yes, you are burning calories, and you might start to lose weight, but the problem is you'll have that skinny fat physique, right? You're not getting stronger, you're not building muscle, you're just getting thinner, and you're not really doing a lot of benefit to that, okay? So there's gotta be a mix of both worlds. You wanna be great cardiovascular-wise. That is the point of cardio. You do not need to do tons of cardio to lose weight. It's about the diet, okay? So that is the main priority. So really, again, you're not eating enough to lose weight. Please just think about next time, the best way to start. I'm gonna give it, this is probably the best advice I can give. If your goal, all right, if your goal is to lose weight or build muscle, you can't do them at the same time. Everyone's gonna tell you you can. You can't do it. What you need to take one, okay? So if your goal is to build muscle or lose weight, you need to track your food, okay? You need to download MyFitnessPal. You just go on your phone, type in MyFitnessPal. It's the little Under Armour logo. You type in, when you type that in, you download it and you fill it out. Don't worry about what it says to eat for calorie intake. It'll give you an estimated number. You're gonna fill out some information. You're gonna get an estimated caloric intake. And I will say don't worry about that at first. All I want you to do is to track your food. Weigh yourself day one. So when you weigh yourself, empty stomach in the morning, go to the bathroom and weigh yourself. That's your true body weight. You absorb all the water at night, the nutrients, the food you've eaten. So it gives you a true body fat or true weight at that point. I want you to track your food for a week. Okay. So track it. If you're not sure how to use it, you can message me and I can help you out with that. But I want you to track it for a week, weigh yourself on day 7, empty stomach, get up in the morning, and then see what you weigh, okay? If you do it at the same time of day, and you track your food accurately throughout the week, and your weight stays the same, when you average your calories, that'll give you a good idea of how many calories is maintaining your current body weight. If your goal is to lose weight, you need to either, number one, be more active, go to the gym more, do more walks, go outside, hike more, do something, which will burn more calories, or you can cut your calories by 300 to 500, okay? So if you cut your calories by 300 to 500, depending where you are, that will set you up to start to lose some weight. Now, if your calories are very low, we need to talk and see if cutting calories is the right step, because you could be in that massive deficit we were talking about earlier on. You could be way too low. But for the average person, this is a good piece of advice to start, okay? Now, it goes in the same direction if you want to build muscle. If you're eating 2,500 calories, maintaining a 200-pound body, and you're going to build muscle, and you're not significantly overweight, we want to add 300 to 500 calories. The point is if you're maintaining your weight at 2,500 calories, then we know from that your body needs more to give to the muscle to help build it. If you are cutting calories in strength training in the gym, so if you're trying to lose weight, I still recommend highly to lift weights, strength train, and try to get stronger. The thing is if your body has two options. You're going to go catabolic, which means you're losing weight, losing muscle, or you're going anabolic, which means you're building muscle. If you're cutting your calories to lose weight, you will not, 95% of the time, be building muscle. And you have to accept that, because that is the goal, okay? If you want to lose weight, you're not going to be building muscle along the way, unless you are a very new lifter, or if you're someone that was eating a very high amount of calories and trying to lose weight. For example, if you are a 300, 400-pound person, cutting your calories to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 and still losing weight, you'll still have enough to build muscle. But for the average person, if you're trying to lose weight, you want to maintain the muscle you have, but you want to burn the body fat on you, which you want to do 1 to 2 pounds a week. And same thing, if you're building muscle, if you're doing it like I'm talking about, 300 to 500 calories, you may put on a little bit of body fat, and that's okay. But you have to understand that you're going to put a little body fat on to build that muscle. So, if you're an average 18 to 20-year-old, this is where, if you're young, guys, if you're young in your 20s, I highly recommend, unless you need to lose a significant amount of weight, to just focus on building muscle, eating good nutrition, and eating enough calories to do that. I see way too many guys get in the gym, guys, girls, females, whoever, right? I see too many people. I see a lot of females that want to lose some weight, but they don't focus on building muscle. So they're eating in not enough calories to build muscle. I see little guys talking about, they're like, yeah, Jeff, I want to build some muscle. And I'm like, cool. You need to eat. And they're like, yeah, I eat a lot, man. I'm like, no, you don't eat at all. When I'm talking about eating, man, I'm talking about I eat 3,400 to 3,500 calories a day, and I'm barely maintaining my weight. That is because I have muscle mass, yes, and I'm very active, yes, but I also make it a big priority to do that. Now, I understand, if you want to build muscle, it's hard work. The gym is the easy part of building muscle. You need to be consuming ridiculous more calories than you think. Usually it's sometimes 500 to 1,000 more. And if you're eating decent food choices doing that, that is a lot of food, guys. That is a lot of food. So, I'm working with a bunch of people now, and I see how difficult it is for them to do this, because it's a lifestyle change, and I understand that. That is the first step. Is if you're trying to change your diet, you're trying to change your workouts and things like that, your whole lifestyle has to change. Your family eats the same if you're living at home. You got to have your own food choices. If you're on your own, you don't have a lot of money, you got to make the right food choices, because sometimes, you don't have the money to eat well. But brown rices, white rices, potatoes, chicken, eggs, these things are very, very expensive. There's beans, chickpeas. There's so many ways to eat cheap and get by and still do it. So it's not an excuse that you don't have money. You guys are basically, that are not doing it, are either not being accountable to yourself, you don't have the discipline, and it's not a priority to you. It's not truly a priority. You say it's a priority, but it's not really a priority to you, and that has to be one. So moving forward, if your goal is to lose weight or gain weight, it's going to take time. No one's patient. I don't know many patient people anymore, and understand that you need to be doing the little things every day, losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, gaining a half a pound to a pound a week, and being patient, because week by week that will grow. Week by week you will get better, but it takes time, okay? This is just like, this topic, it gets me going because there's so many excuses. There's so many excuses right now when it comes to everyone, right? Everyone goes to the gym, wants to build muscle, wants to lose weight. Tell me, they're like, I eat a lot of food. Oh no, I'm not eating that much. And oh, I work really hard and I'm doing a lot of this. And honestly, most people I talk to are just full of shit. They're full of shit, like, don't bullshit yourself. Like, I can't stand people that make excuses, right? Now, that being said, I get so pumped when someone is out of shape, overweight, whatever it may be, and they come to the gym like, dude, Jeff, can you help me? And they listen, and they take the advice, and they come in and work. They come in and work, right? That is awesome. When I get people that come in and just, like, absorb everything I'm saying and take the time and put in the daily work, it's an amazing thing to see. But that is the slim majority. I could tell you exactly what to do, and 90% of you are not going to do it. I could outline exactly what to do. Do you want to build muscle? Do. Here you go. You want to lose weight? Boom. Here you go. And most of you aren't going to do it because it's not in priority to you. You'll make an excuse why you can't do it. I don't have enough time. It's too difficult. I'm tired. I forgot to eat. Oh, I had to go to work. I worked late. Those are excuses. You need to be accountable in the fact that you did not make time for it. Could have got up earlier. Couldn't have watched Grey's Anatomy. Could have went to the gym later. You should, there's so many reasons. There's always time, guys. There's so much time. You're just not making it a priority. There are other things that are more important to you. So if you are serious about making a change, it's a very easy thing. I shouldn't say that. It's a very easy step to take, but a very difficult road along the way. Because if you're not ready for ups and downs and failures and struggles and, where you're eating well one day and you make a mistake and you go eat too much and then you step on the scale one day and it doesn't like you one day and you're tired in the gym and you have setback and all these things are going to happen. But the other side is a beautiful thing and it's a beautiful place. And there's nothing like setting a goal and achieving it from a week-to-week basis, a month-to-month basis. And the one thing that I honestly love about fitness, and this is, what I talk to a few people about, and something that it's an amazing thing for me, and this is what, honestly, is the reason I fell in love with working out so much, is that you are in complete control of your workouts. Complete control of every aspect of the gym. You control the work you put in, how often you're going, you control the nutrition, you control what you're, everything that, like I said, you're eating, your sleep, your hydration, and this is why I appreciate guys that, that do it right, that aren't on steroids, that aren't on all these types of drugs, but are in the gym working their ass off. These females, these males that are just doing so well in the gym and have a great physique. It's not a great physique. I don't appreciate the physique because of like what this amazing thing it is. It's because it shows someone that is very disciplined inside and outside the gym. When you can get your mind right and you can focus on you and you can put all your energy into that workout and day in and day out and work, the accomplishment and the feeling of that you did it, it was only you couldn't rely on anyone else. A lot of people give so many excuses, like I was saying, right? People blame people for so many things. It's, I didn't do this because of that. Oh, it's their fault. It's her fault. It's his fault. I didn't get the job because of this. Oh, I'm late because of this. And all these things are excuses. You know what? Either you're going to get strong, you're going to get lean, you're going to get conditioned, or you're not. And if the reason that you're not is your lack of discipline, your lack of motivation, which again, motivation is bullshit. It's day in and day out. Motivation comes and goes. You have to have the grit. You have to have the day in and day out work. When you're tired, you still have to get up and go. So that is what I appreciate about people that are fit. I love people that are willing to make the change. I get so excited finding someone to make that change. When if you're not in shape, no matter who you are, I'm rooting for you guys to get in the gym, start eating better. You don't have a clue how good you'll feel mentally, physically. And I say everything revolves around the gym. And this is what I mean by that. When you have a routine, getting up every morning, going to the gym, you get this endorphin release. You feel accomplished. You check something off on the list. You ate a good breakfast. It starts your day up like nothing else. You're going to have better work days. You're going to be more productive. You're going to feel better. You're going to eat better because you started off the right foot. Okay? Working out is like nothing else. Fitness, health, nutrition, that whole thing is like nothing else. And if you can start to involve that in your life daily, and just from the food you eat to the working out, if you can work out 3 to 5 days a week, start tracking your food, be aware of what you're eating, start eating more organic foods, start more nutrient dense foods. If you don't have the money, just like Google it. There's so much information out there, like low income food diets, but that have that are pretty good for you. Buying things at different places. There's always things to get, but you control what you do. You control what you get out of the gym, and it's something that I love. So moving forward, guys, I really beg you and ask you to start setting goals on the daily basis, the weekly basis, the monthly basis, and the yearly basis, and start to make them fitness oriented. Okay? Start tomorrow. Start soon. And do your best and keep yourself accountable. I promise you won't regret it. All right, guys? I hope you enjoyed this talk. Again, please start making choices and keep crushing it out there. I'll be back soon, and I look forward to have you guys listen again, and I look forward to our next podcast. Have a good rest of the day, you guys. See ya.